Okay, I'm hoping this works. I've done a couple of the tests on this thing, and it seems to be fine, but you never know. What's going on? Welcome back. I feel like such a professional this time because I have a microphone in front of me. Even though it's just a fucking Zoom. Oh god, H2N. I found this cave thing. The last time we were here, the last time we left off, we were in like a... At least in the actual series, if you didn't watch the fucking optional mini-sode for me testing this computer. Testing the computer and testing the camera. Not the camera, the game quality. I wasn't sure how it was going to be. And it's fine. It's actually pretty good. Emeralds. Holy jackpot slash holy useless. Hold on. I need an axe. I need stuff to make another axe. This is Java, so for whatever fucking reason, axes are just OP as shit. I was slaughtering sheep in like one hit with axes. Okay, but go. Try not to give anything a chance to spawn outside of what has already spawned. Let's go around. The gain is all the way down on this mic, but if you hear me breathing, I'm so fucking sorry. I'm so sorry. Just unsubscribe. Oh, and even though nobody subscribed to begin with, holy fucking... Let's go back to the village. I found this village. I was walking around looking for the same thing we were looking for last time in a little mini-sode. I'm looking for a lush garden so that I can make some fucking moss. Where... Hey, get away from me, bro. Holy stalker. Holy sexual harassment. Oh, fuck. And then maybe a little later, we'll put up some Reddit stories again. Just for you guys. The girlfriend is... Oh! What was that? Was that lightning? Did I just get struck by lightning? What in the fuck? I just need a crafting table, bro. I just need a fucking crafting table. Okay, let's just go in here. I don't need any logs for anything. So here, let's go here and then here. Oh, I have iron, so I can make a fucking iron one. Look at that. So let's go. Bam, bam, bam. Look at that. And then now I can keep this. And, oh, you know what? I have so much stuff for more food and bread. I don't know if you saw the fucking, like, shit that I have there. Holy fuck. Look, doesn't it? It looks so much better on this computer. Or it might not. It might look different when I upload it or when I watch or when I rewatch it. But right now it looks so much better. Dude, that other computer, I think I said I had it for like 3 years only. And it was already fucking glitching and shit. I kept fucking dropping it. And it wasn't like the cleanest either, so I'm trying to take much better care of this one than I did the last one. What is that? I hope the microphone detects me. Usually it sounds better in my headphones than it does on the actual recording.
But I hope it does. I don't know if you can hear me super close to the microphone right here, but
Fucking ASMR shit. Fucking...
playing some sweet Minecraft. Some wonderful little noises.
Please don't unsubscribe. Actually do. I don't really care. This is not a job. Not yet, at least. Imagine if this did become my job. How fucking sick would that be? Not even sick, like awesome. Just like genuinely sick. I don't know if I would be happy or completely disgusted. Oh! Oh! Go away, go away, go away. See? One hit. Why are axes so OP in Java? Java's easier than Bedrock. Oh, what do you mean? Fucking dies. So far, Java has been relatively easier than Bedrock. To like kind of a crazy degree. The only thing that's making Java difficult is the controls because I never played with a keyboard and a mouse before this, and I was just like, man, might as well suck it up. Because I was like, oh, I can't play with anybody on my laptop, and then I remembered, wait a minute, I don't like playing with people. So I might as well just fucking. Because look at me, having a grand old time. Instead of playing with other people, I'm here recording, talking to myself, playing a game. Ooh! See, where did that thing fucking come from? I should desperately need coal. I think I also... Oh, you know what? I have an iron pickaxe already. I was like, I should craft some, but I think I already have one in my inventory. Okay, should we pull out some stories? Wait, hold on. Oh, you know what? You know what has some really good stories? Confessions. Fuck. Confessions Gone Wild. Wow, 12 million members. Yes, confession. What the hell? That's not interesting. I don't want to hear happy stories. Let's hear some fucked up shit. As a youth, I never realized how bad this was. I fully regret my actions now. So I just turned. Oh my god. Oh, as a just turned 13-year-old female who lived in a rundown. Oh, on a rundown neighborhood, I used to knock about with a few of the older kids who had a name for themselves. And this one particular night, we was playing dares. So in order to fit in, I volunteered for the first dare. However, I took it a bit too far. One boy told me to go to the local mosque and take all the shoes that that were lying at the entrance. Instead, I took out a small tube of glue, don't ask, and glued every piece of shoe to the floor. We hid behind the wall, and when they came out after the ceremony, the kids ran, but I still stood there laughing my head off. That's actually funny as fuck. Why? Oblivious that they left? What the fuck? Okay, maybe we're not gonna... What in the fuck? Well, it's nighttime anyways. Let's fucking go to bed. Is it not night? I could have swore it was nighttime. All of a sudden... Oh, you know what? It was probably just dark. Because of the rain. Now I lost it. Now I don't know where to go. Hey. Here we are. That one's funny as fuck. Dude, gluing their shoes to the floor is so fucking funny. Why would you regret your actions? I guess maybe... I mean, like, if it was a fucking synagogue, then maybe. Ooh, then I wouldn't. I would definitely not regret your actions. But, like, a mosque? What is this, 2002? Fucking... I feel like... Bro... Okay, but hear me out. This is completely unrealistic, and you could probably never get away with it. Not even just because you'd probably get caught, but because the glue would dry, like before anything happened. But like putting glue on the pews at church, at a church, and then just like waiting for people to get stuck on their knees. Oh, that didn't work very well. That didn't work at all, actually. What is down here? I think that would be funny as fuck. I think that would be insanely funny. Oh, I believe. Oh, I was so close to eating it, bro. Oh, already? Oh, fuck. Woo! go, 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 go. Just go, just go, just go, just go, just go, just go. I saw a fuck ton of iron there, and I'm gonna nab it. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna nab it. Oh! Oh! Wait. I want more diamonds. I want to get more diamonds. Okay, wait. Let's go around. Actually, you know what? Let's eat more bread. And then go back, and then... Oh, it's fucking moving my microphone. That's how intense this shit is right now, bro. Oh, God. Oh, God. Why do I have my fucking pickaxe? No. Axe. Go away. Go away. Woo! What is it for? Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's right. You stay back there. You saw how I just fucked up your homies, bro? Jesus Christ. Wait, hold on. Now let's find another one. All the comments. As a Muslim, I don't think you targeted the mosque because it was a mosque, but rather because it had unsupervised shoes. It wasn't nice at the time, but you were 13. Plus, it is kind of funny. That's fucking hilarious. Sometimes I only apologize so you'll shut up and not because I mean it. This is so fucking real. I tell this to people all the time that like a lot of the times, like, I don't know if I'm alone in this, but like a fuck ton of the times I'm only nice out of convenience, and I only make friends out of convenience because like, and then like at the end of the day, like I end up enjoying the company that I make, but like also at the same time, like, I don't know. Like, for example, like you're nice to people because if you're not nice, then everything gets weird and it's awkward, especially if you're at work. Then like your coworkers don't like you, and then they'll like they won't talk to you like when you're on shift, and they'll like ask to not be scheduled with you, and then you have to fucking go in and then be like, oh my god, just fucking sign this fucking waiver that you were being mean, and it's like, we don't do that here, we're all a family. And then it's like, no, Jessica, we're not a family. I mean, everybody fucking hates it here. This is a CVS. And then like people, bro, it's always the fucking grown ass people who fucking complain too. Oh my god, this generation is so rude. Let me go give all these kids unsolicited life advice as a 40-year-old woman with 5 kids with 3 different people. Maybe I can help them out and steer them in the right direction. Like, bro, shut up. Shut up. And then nobody likes them. There's literally a woman at work, or well, she doesn't work there anymore. She was our fucking beauty consultant. And that's literally, that was her entire thing. Like she made every single fucking conversation about herself. And then like, she would always go on about like how she had kids, or not about how she had kids, but like it was like unsolicited life advice. And I bring up the kids because I don't want kids and my girlfriend doesn't want kids, and so she was always like, oh, you know, you might change your mind. And then she was like, oh, but what about your wife? Is your wife gonna want kids? And I was like, no. Why the fuck would I date somebody who wanted kids if I don't want kids? How fucking retarded do you think I am? And then it's like, bro, did my axe already break? Whoa, holy Java, what the fuck? So annoying. Well, yeah, that picture's annoying. And then nobody likes her. Nobody liked her because she always like pretended to do more than she did. And then she was like, oh my god, it's not my job. And then it's like, you guys should be happy that I do this even though it's not my job. And then it's like, bro, I almost said her name. It's like, bro, nobody cares. Shut up. I just shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna say her name, but we'll just call her, I don't know, we'll call her Julie. Julie was such a fucking asshole, and she doesn't even know it. And then like obviously she's one of those like old middle-aged Hispanic moms who just thinks she fucking knows everything. And then it's like, even if you're like a house mom, like obviously that's like a way of life, but then it's like, dude, you're a single mom with 5 kids with 3 different people. You have no right to be telling me how to live my life. Like, shut up, dude. Like, just genuinely shut the fuck up. Woo! The fuck? Where did that come from? God, she was so annoying. And then I am friends with her son, and he's actually really cool. He has his moments where he's a tiny bit odd, but overall he's fucking sick as shit. am I going? The fuck am I doing? Is there anything else here? I don't think so. You know what? Let's like rendezvous over here and then just start building shit. Where? Okay, so all my bread is gone, which means there's more iron over there. Which means that here. All I have are leggings and a chest plate too, but I also don't have like. Oh, you know what? I actually have just enough to make a new set of armor. That's actually crazy. 24. But I want. Why? Okay, so now if I'm gonna craft axes, I need them to have fucking unbreaking. Because why did my axe break already? That's really annoying. Okay, and then this is just gonna yield us like 2 more. Where is it? No. Yes. And what do we want? Oh, I'm gonna make the armor anyways. Bam. This is the leggings. Bam, and then bam, 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 bam. Okay. And then I don't need these anymore. Oh, not those. Still need these. So just eat them both right now. And then, what do I not need? Okay, well, I definitely don't need this. I'm going to keep the leather just in case. I don't need dirt. I have cobblestone. I'm going to get a lot more cobblestone, too. I don't need this. And I don't need you. Do I need anything else? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, a fucking furnace so that I can start smelting some of this shit. Because I need more iron stuff. And then I'm probably going to turn the rest of that into... Yeah, where... Cool. So now... We wait. What a day. Doing fucking nothing. Anyways. Should we find another one of these? I keep fucking moving my microphone. Sorry about that. So I only apologize that you'll shut up at now because I mean it. Oh yeah, I didn't really answer that one. Oh, we all do it. It's the social lubricant that keeps the machine running without screeching to a halt every minor disagreement. Sometimes peace is more valuable than being right. Just don't make a habit of it for the big stuff. That's real. Someone just commented sorry. Okay. Let's see if there are any other ones. Oh, you know what? Here, look, just to make it less boring, you wanna scroll with me? Just look at the... Okay, I've been making NSFW content as a side hustle using a burner account because I don't want to promote or plug any of my accounts. Basically, I-21M. Whoa. We love to see men in women's fields. I've been making adult content for a couple years now while I'm in college. I didn't intend for this to be a quote-unquote job initially, but the money has persuaded me to keep at it, and it's proven to be a decent side hustle for me. At the same time, it's really hard sometimes to maintain a balance in my life as a full-time student and a dude with a social life. Given that nobody in my life has any idea I do this, just wanted to get it off my chest. Feel free to ask any questions, but please be respectful. If I was in college and people found me handsome enough that I could make money staying at home and making videos, I definitely would have done that. What kind of content? Solo content. I've done also content collab before with another creator. Most of my money I make is from solo custom work. I've thought about doing this, not like straight up just like fucking jerking off, but like, I mean, everybody has the intrusive thought of doing feed finder. It's like a joke. People are like, you should just start selling feet pics, and then you start thinking about, hey, maybe I should start selling feet pics. Digital footprint's gonna go crazy. Gonna go fucking crazy. Easy to make money doing when, yeah, that's wild. But good for you. The money's probably really good. I didn't know an ocarina was a real instrument. Neither did I. up until probably around the same time. I'm 21 right now. Maybe a couple years ago. Exhausted with caring for special needs family member. That's valid. Currently a Mormon missionary, and I smuggled in a phone. Whoa. I'm currently on a Mormon mission. We are not allowed to have any kind of internet access, not even Google for basic questions. I smuggle a phone and pretend to have stomach problems so I can be in the bathroom and scroll memes, watch YouTube, and send myself music and videos to my mission phone, talk to friends, keep up on news and memes, send language learning resources because the ones they provide suck, look at porn, etc. If they get sus, I bring my journal or scriptures so that I'm not just sitting there. On P days, whatever that means, I can find a room to call my family, quote unquote. 18 months to go. 18 months to go? There's no way in hell I would have survived this long without such. However, patience is key. I keep it in a special zipper in my toiletries bag that is filled with masks, but other missionaries are way too trusting to go through my stuff. Problem, of course, is charging it because privacy is extremely rare, but that's easy during appointments where I have to be alone or calling my family. Notifications are always off and do not disturb is always on, and power off every time I'm not using it. Never too safe when your mental salvation for 2 years is a foot away from your companion's head when he takes a dump. I put my stuff on a secret place in a specific pattern so if anything moves, I can tell if someone was snooping. Anyways, fuck this mission. Fortunately, going home is not an option for me. If anybody here is forced to go, I have a ton of basic, quote-unquote, illegal mission survival tips on how to get away with certain things. And yes, I'm having stomach problems right now. Bro! What the fuck? Wait, can I look this up real quick? Can we, fucking... Wait. Wait, no. Wait, hold on. What is a Mormon mission? What is a Mormon wife? A period of time, volunteer religious service, typically 18 to 24 months for young adults where members share their beliefs, perform humanitarian aid, and serve their communities, often living away from home under strict rules. What in the fuck? What? Sit down with your local church to ask intense worthiness interviews? What the fuck? What is this? All right, we're going to spend the rest of this video probably reading through this guide. Oh my god. Going on quote unquote a mission is a central part of Mormon culture and refers to the specific practice. Actually, you know what? I have to make my stuff. Of sending out young men and women to act as full-time recruiters for the church. Oh, I didn't even get out the... And I thought Jehovah's Witnesses were a cult. Dude, I gotta go down that rabbit hole on this channel at some point. Oh, whoa. Look, 9 attack damage. Why does it have... Look, should I waste 2 iron on a sword to show you what I'm talking about? Or wait, I don't even think it'll let me. Hold on. Bam, 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 bam. 6 attack damage. Why do axes do so much more attack damage? Like an insane amount of attack damage. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make a whole lot of a sense. Okay, but I'm not gonna take it. Okay, to become full-time recruiters of the church. That is actually insane. Young men can serve when they turn 18 and young women when they turn 19. Men serve full-time for 2 years and women serve full-time for 18 months. Missionaries will say they're volunteers, and it's true that they're not paid, but Mormon children are taught to idolize missionaries, and young men are... Wait, here, I'll take this. Young men are endlessly reminded that it is their duty to serve. Women have the opportunity but are not expected to do so. Oh yeah, that's because they're expected to have kids and basically just your typical fucking religious wife, I think. Not sure. The stigma of not going on a mission is severe. As a man, not serving a mission causes every Mormon you meet to assume that things are amiss in your life, leading many to be ostracized or marginalized from their Mormon community. This is crazy. This is crazy. When you decide to go on a mission, you are required to sit down with your local church for intense worthiness interviews. You see, look, they're like, "Oh my God, you haven't gone on a mission," and then they fucking interrogate you to see if you even like are ready to go. Which I guess, explains why some of them, a lot of them are ostracized. Wait, hold on. Oh, I thought that was a fucking mob, and no, I just fucking dropped on the thing, fell on the thing. Oh, I need fucking torches. Oh, fuck me. Bam. I need this here instead. Oh, my food was there. That's what it was. I don't need coal there. Bam. What does it say? During these interviews where you are asked to share your conviction, aka testimony, of the truthfulness of the church and its scripture, as well as reconfirm your loyalty to church leaders. I thought it sounded over here. Oh yeah. You were also asked to detailed questions about your sexuality, to include the specifics of your pornography and masturbation habits. These questions can be invasively explicit. If you admit to behavior not consistent with church teachings, your leaders can delay your mission to allow repentance or inform you that you are not worthy to serve. That's interesting. It's that fucking Shane Gillis. I don't know if you've seen like that one podcast or clip that he has where he's like, yeah, like one time a priest asked me if I spill seed. It's like, oh my God, he's asking me if I jerk off. Woo! Such delays / rejections are very apparent to local church members and will almost always be the subject of conversation and speculation. Many young men and women lie to get through this process and feel guilty about it for years. Typical religious guilt. Should you pass your mission interviews, your paperwork is submitted to church headquarters in Salt Lake City. Fucking Nevada, bro. I don't know what's up with Nevada or like what's going on over there, but they're the only state that has legalized prostitution and fucking the home headquarters of the fucking Church of Latter-day Saints. Their senior church leaders, quote unquote, call you to, quote unquote, a mission, meaning you are assigned to be a missionary in one of the 100 plus geographically designed mission areas spread all over the world. Whoa. Shit is worldly? Or, sorry, international? That was fucking retarded. All over the world, you are assigned the language you will be speaking / learning. Mormons believe this calling process is revelatory, meaning missionaries are called to places God has specifically prepared for them. Dude, this is a fucking bad shit religion. This isn't even a religion, or I guess by like technicality, but also, actually, this is actually, I think by definition, a cult. It's newer, so it doesn't have the same amount of history for it to be like called a religion, and is harmful and obsessive. Oh! What the fuck? This is some crazy shit, actually. This is a Reddit post, by the way. If you want me to show you. I think, yeah, this is a Reddit post. Oh, yeah, we've read this. r/ex-Mormon. This is from 8 years ago. Wow. For years, I tried to claim my mission was the best 2 years of my life. It wasn't. It was traumatic and hard and soul wrenching. I've been thinking about it for a while and how I could explain this to those who don't understand. Here's my first shot. Apologies for the word spew. I haven't edited as much as I thought, or as much as I ought. That's how you know someone's fucking in it. Fuck you mean ought? That old shit language. Wait, what am I? Prepared for you. Prepared for them. Receiving a mission call is a major milestone for a Mormon youth's life. That's depressing. There's something else under here, right? Yeah, that's where we're going. I knew there was something, but I went over there instead. Okay, let me see. What I don't need. I accidentally picked up some fucking pointless shit. I have so much meat. I'm gonna make much more. I'm hoping to find a fucking, or well, actually, we're hoping to find the fucking azalea, biome, or the lush garden biome under the lush cave biome, whatever the fuck it's called. Bam, and then I'm just gonna use the rest of these. Shift click, but we are gonna use these for now. Okay. Oh, no need food. Mormon's life. Family and close friends are often invited to be to be there with you when you quote unquote open your call and learn where you have been assigned. Because missionaries have zero say in where they will be called or what language they will learn, there's often a great deal of anticipation/anxiety attached to this event. That makes perfect and total sense. Oh. Doesn't this look like a place we would find the biome? I felt like this is looking pretty good. Oh. No, we're fine. Your mission really begins when you arrive at one of these several missionary training centers, MTC. The MTC is like missionary boot camp. You start following the strict missionary dress code: white shirts, ties, and dress pants for men. Quote unquote, modest blouses and dress skirts/pants for women. You wake when you're told, sleep when you're told, eat when you're told. You also receive the black name badge you will wear 24/7 and are referred to exclusively by your missionary title, elder last name, or sister last name. No one will call you by your first name for the rest of your mission. Interesting. Very Japanese. Bam. Oh, fuck. Turning Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. What an odd song. This is actually crazy. The day you arrive at the MTC is also the last day you will see or casually talk to your family. What do you mean casually? Missionaries are permitted to send leader-reviewed letters/emails to close family members once a week, but are strictly prohibited from talking to them otherwise, except for two short phone calls a year on Christmas and Mother's Day. Missionaries are also strictly prohibited from dating, obviously. Have you guys heard of soaking? Oh my god. Holy loophole. If you don't know what soaking is, I'm going to explain it because it's really funny. Basically, yeah, because they're not supposed to date. They're not supposed to have sex until they're married to like 11 different people. And so instead, you know how like Christians have the poop hole loophole where like basically they can have anal sex because it's technically not vaginal sex and you still technically have your virginity. It's like for those like Catholic whores. Basically, the Mormon equivalent of that is soaking, which is basically a a community event. Not a community, but like a group event where a man and a woman who love each other very much. Well, actually, I would assume it's mainly teenagers and like college students who are like fucking aggressively horny, who are just who get in position, but instead of thrusting or doing anything, somebody else like rocks the bed so that they happen to like go in and out of the woman. Oh god. Oh no. Don't do this. Don't do this with the moons right there, bro. Don't fucking do this to me. Oh my god. So yeah, basically they like just rock the fucking bed so that like the man is going in and out of the woman, but they're not technically fucking. Does that make sense? Like they're not technically having intercourse. They're just in it. They're just in an unfortunate situation where I mean, just like it just slips in accidentally. Oh no, it's not intentional. I fucking hate baby zombies. Get away from me! Stop! No! What? Oh. Drinking my fucking green tea. Fuck you guys. I'm gonna get some actual water. I'm gonna go walk that off for a minute. Fuck that shit. Oh. The fuck do these work? You know what? There might be soap in my water. It's okay. I needed to cleanse anyways. Okay, well, that happened. Is it dark? Yes, it is. What a fucking... Okay, well, anyways. Strictly prohibited from dating, using the internet, or watching, reading, playing movies, TV, books, or games. The official reason given is these policies is to encourage missionaries to put aside worldly distractions and focus completely on the mission. But they are a major cause of loneliness, homesickness, boredom, and isolation for almost every missionary. This is sounding insanely like Jehovah's Witnesses, except incredibly more extreme. Incredibly more extreme. I feel like the difference is that Jehovah's Witnesses is all optional. Like, you know how like in 1984, they don't kill you. They brainwash you into loving Big Brother, and then they kill you. That's what being a Jehovah's Witness is like. They get you, like in like, they convince you, and so they're already in your head, and they're like they make you believe, they make you find comfort in what you're believing, and then they make you sacrifice everything. They make you want to give all that up. They don't force you. They make you want to do it, or well, they get you to want to do it, which is honestly, I can't tell if that's better or worse. It's kind of like the Weeping Angels from Doctor Who, where like they kill you, but they let you live to death. Like you die from old age, because they just send you back in time, and then they let you live out the rest of your life, just in like the wrong decade, and they feed off of the time energy or whatever. They feed off of the energy of all the days that you were supposed to have but never did because they sent you back to the past. So it's like, I don't know if that's merciful or if that's still terrible. It's very similar because Jehovah's Witnesses make you like it. They like brainwash you into liking it, which makes it so much easier for you to sacrifice all those things. So maybe Mormons are doing it the wrong way. Maybe just like, bro, Loki, Jehovah's Witness, and Mormon link up? That'd be crazy. I don't know what to fucking do now. I was so excited for that cave. Oh my god. Okay, maybe Bedrock's not harder. Maybe they're equal. Anyways, while at the missionary, you're assigned your first quote-unquote companion. Missionaries do everything in sets of 2. Your companion, who was chosen for you, is required to be with you 24/7, except in the bathroom. For the next 2 years, you will not have 1 second of true privacy. Oh. That's horrific. Pure privacy. You and your companion will eat together, share a room together, teach together, travel together. Companionships are not permanent and usually last about 3 months. Last about 3 months. Though leaders sometimes keep companions together for 6 months or longer, at which time mission leaders assign their missionaries new companions. Given this closeness, companionships often have major personality conflicts. I feel like we should just wander and see if we can just find an azalea tree at this point. I don't know where the fuck I would find a lush cave. Like, that was probably my best bet at finding a lush cave, was that cave. Given this closeness, companionships often have major personality conflicts, but leaders rarely intervene to separate dysfunctional pairings. Well, that doesn't surprise me at all. It's not anything. There's a fuck ton of caves around here. I feel like... Oh, that's that village. We're just gonna keep going. Keep buggering on. One of these days I want to, like, I hope like a Doctor Who fan watches this channel and they just understand all my references. Not permanent, usually lasts about... Oh, yeah. Rarely intervene to separate dysfunctional pairings. The far more common response is to encourage companions to pray for harmony and refocus on work. Because of this, it's very common for missionaries to be stuck in a companionship with a partner who is a poor match, hostile, or even sometimes abusive. Maybe I should become a Mormon just to fucking ruin everything and just to like lie my way to the top and then abandon everybody. But then like my day ones would know, but I'd have to be single for that. But so I'm never gonna become a Mormon. But imagine how fucking insane would that be. This can cause a lot of stress. Wow, you don't say. Damn, this is fucking... Holy shit, this is long. Missionaries spend 3 to 12 weeks at the MTC, depending on the difficulty of the language they're learning, and every second of your time is planned for you. If you're learning a language, much of this time is spent in a language class where you are taught the basics of how to share church-focused pitch. What the fuck does that mean? Every missionary also receives training in sales, like contacting/teaching methods, to include hard sell strategies for cold contacting, directing conversations, and steering people into making church-related commitments. Doctrinal training is focused on highly sanitized, well-positioned, well-polished. Oh, shit. There's no fucking case. Wait. I'm just going to keep reading this. That way I'm not just sitting in silence. If you don't want to learn about the Mormon church... This is a fucking Minecraft video. This is a fucking Minecraft video, and we're talking about the Mormon church. Doctrinal training is focused highly sanitized and well-polished narratives that carefully avoid controversial church teachings or practices. Missionaries are actively prohibited from from researching problematic issues for themselves. This means that missionaries generally rely on emotional appeals and testimonials instead of historical or rational arguments. Consequently, missionaries are trained to teach people information that many later to discover to be untrue. For example, the Mormon narrative of John Smith's life and revelations. Oh, what is that? Look at that. That's nice. It's like a fucking UFO. Looks like the fucking UFO crater from Gravity Falls. Kinda. It's like inverted. After their time at the MTC is complete, missionaries travel to their assigned quote-unquote mission field where they meet their mission president. What the fuck, dude? What is this cult? Holy cult. And their supreme authorities over their respective missionaries and have total control over the missionaries assigned to them. Missionaries are taught and reminded daily that the number one rule of being a missionary is strict, unquestioning obedience to authority. This is a disappointment. I thought this would be more. Oh, but there's a zombie here to fucking rape me. Great. Oh, what is that? Woo! Get away! Oh, another village. Oh, it's an abandoned village. Strict, unquestioning obedience to authority. In accordance with this, the mission president instructs his new missionaries in the mission rules they are expected to follow. These rules can vary between missions, though they're becoming more standardized over time, but are usually very specific, related to every aspect of missionary life. This is insane. This is actually holy fucking insane. What the? This is basically ball and chain at this point. And they just put you in like some dopey, geeky fucking white dress shirt and a tie and they just send you out. That's fucking disgusting. That's actually gross. There's gonna be nothing fucking in this village at all. What? Is this the one I was at? It is. There's a fucking... Oh my god, I thought I found something new. Ah. Fuck. Oh, wait, but... What is here? Wait, how am I gonna get down there? How are we doing this? Oh! You think we can? Oh, we did not. Fuck. Okay, well. Mission president instructs his new missionaries and the rules are effective. Okay, yeah. Yes. Mission rules, whatever the fuck that means. Dictate. Dude, this is long as shit. Oh, we're almost done. Kinda. Just watch it while we heal. Dictate what time a missionary is required to wake up and go to bed, usually 6:30 and 10:30. How long they're expected to study the scriptures every day. Where they will live, how much time they can spend eating, how long they're allowed to spend writing to family every week, and to whom they're allowed to write. What the fuck? They dictate how many people a missionary is expected to talk to every day, what they are and what they're not allowed to talk about, what in the shit, how they are and are not allowed to touch/interact with each other. Oh, that was not supposed to happen. And how they are to report the deviant behavior of other missionaries. Mission presidents assign mission cell phones and tablets, which are equipped with key loggers and content blockers so missionary activities can be policed and restricted. What the fuck? Oh god, it's turning dark. It's turning dark. Oh my god, just like how I'm turning Japanese. Fuck. Oh! Oh, well. Oh no, we were so close to the fucking water. Whatever. What the hell? Content blockers, so make sure your activities can be policed and restricted. These same tools are used to review/censor emails sent to or from the missionary. Mission presidents can also require foreign missionaries to surrender their passports to them. Taken together, these rules define a highly restrictive environment free of any independence or personal freedom. To be a missionary is to give the church complete control over one's time, space, and property. Many find it to be smotheringly oppressive and dehumanizing. In the event of a missionary flagrantly defies mission rules or insists to serve their unwillingness slash inability to continue to serve, a mission president can send a missionary home early. To do so, however, invites intense estrangement from the missionary's family and local congregation. Is this anything? Oh, it might be something. Oh. Yeah. Intense estrangement from your family and congregation. Every Mormon you know will be aware that you came from mission early and will assume bad behavior on your part. That's crazy. Notice how it says every Mormon. Nobody gives you the benefit of the doubt. Nobody gives you the fucking benefit of the doubt. And going back to what fucking sparked this, that dude was hiding in the fucking bathroom, writing a fucking Reddit post. 18 months, bro. And if men are supposed to serve for 18 months, I mean, 2 years, that means he's already been there for 6 months. He's been there for 6 months. Holy waste of your life. Yeah, defies mission rules. Oh, why are there so many of these fucking things? Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Holy shit. What is it? Go away. Why do they just keep coming in waves? Why are there 3 of them? Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Go, let them go out, then boom, 5, boom, 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 boom. There. I think now we're almost done, right? Daily work. Yeah, it's like 3 paragraphs left. The daily work of a missionary companionship is 12 plus hours long of non-stop recruitment. Missionaries are expected to talk about the church with everyone they meet and aggressively push them to commit the gospel lessons in their home. Ideally, local church members refer to their friends and family for lessons, but this doesn't happen often. Consequently, most missionaries rely on cold contacting strangers on the street or at their homes. This is an intrusive process and rarely successful. Due to near constant rejection, it is also demoralizing for missionaries, many of whom are instinctively averse to the aggressive, confrontational nature of hard selling. Regardless, missionaries are required to report their daily activities and success/failures to mission leaders, usually in numerical terms, such as how many hours they spend trying to contact new people, how many people they've contacted, how many people they've invited to have lessons, how many appointments they've had, how many quote-unquote investigators came to church, and most important of all, how many people agreed to be baptized in the name of the church or as a member of the church. Failure to meet set standards for these goals often results in missionaries being lectured about the quality of their faith, obedience, or effort. This sounds a lot like Jehovah's Witnesses. Again, it's not as intense as this because they just brainwash you into like doing all these things willingly, but it's very similar because they're fucking everywhere. I'm sure you know. You see them at like bus stops, at fucking like they're at my college. My dad, they post up like a cart or something, a table. I think it's a cart actually at my college, and yeah, man, they're all over the place. But again, it's not this intense. But we had time cards. Our congregations are divided into service groups because there's a kind of like a hierarchy when it comes to people who are in the religion. There's your regular people, there's like regular attendees, then there's unbaptized publishers, who are allowed to go out in service and like do the talking. Because if you're because you can also pair up and go, like when you're out like on the street, you can go out and go to the door by yourself. But a lot of the times people take partners just for the companionship, like for the sake of companionship. Again, they don't force you. You can go by yourself. um, but an unbaptized publisher is the one who can do the talking. If you're not an unbaptized publisher and you go out, you're not allowed to like start the conversation. Like you can't knock on the door and start talking. You just kind of have to stand there, keeping the other person company, if that makes sense. And then after unbaptized publisher, you get baptized, um, and then once you're baptized, you can start participating more. Oh, that's what it is. Unbaptized publishers can also participate in meetings, because like the meetings in the church, like sermons or whatever, there's like a bunch of like presentations and stuff, and like sometimes they'll do like dramatizations, like tiny little, not skits, but like scripts, just to kind of like display like how you would handle a certain situation, or like how you would handle a certain rebuttal if someone were to give you an argument against like Christianity or the religion. And then they would tell you like you were supposed to write like a thing. And so if you're an Unbaptized publisher, you can participate. No, you cannot do those, but you can do other stuff. Like baptized publishers can do those, and I think some unbaptized publishers can do those, but like the presentations, but you can't write it. Again, you can't write it. You're just like kind of like a supporting cast, for lack of a better term. And then baptized publishers are the ones who kind of have more, and then you can do um, you can write them, and then also you can go to the door, organize all your stuff. And then after like baptized publisher is a ministerial servant. A ministerial servant is somebody who, oh fuck, what the hell. This is where the divisions come in. So every congregation is divided into what we call service groups. And so ministerial servants and the step above them, the elders, are the ones who kind of are appointed as service group, like overseers, like, or service leaders, service group overseer. It's one of the two. They're called something, but they're like the leaders of their service group. And they're like, the groups are named after them. So it's like, I don't know. Oh, what the fuck? Like if your name is Smith, then you're part of the Smith group type shit. And yeah. And then ministerial servants can have their own like talks, like sermon. They can write their own sermons. They can and give their own sermons, and have service groups. And then the elders are the ones who kind of run the operation and run the congregation. And it's quite an odd religion, but again, it's not as insane as this. I brought it up because also like in our service groups, we would also keep times, and we would also have like time, like you'd write down how many hours you were out, and you would write down like how many oh fuck, not how many people you talk to, but like if you gave out like a brochure, if you gave out one of the books, then you would write down what book you gave out or what magazine you gave out, because they have like their own literature. And then you would write down what you gave out, and then you'd write down whether or not you're going to come back, stuff like that. But yeah, that is crazy. What do we call? Oh yeah, cold contact strangers. Going back to the post, due to near constant rejection, it is also demoralizing. Many of whom instinctively averse to aggressive confrontation. Yeah. Regardless, missionaries are required to report daily activities. Yes. How many hours? Oh, yes. Church. Baptized member of the church. Failure to meet these standards. Missionaries being lectured about the quality of their faith, obedience, and effort. Yeah. Very similar. Very, very similar. Trying to get down without fucking massacring myself. Baptism is the ultimate goal of every missionary, and everything they do is designed to lead people towards that end. Also, like Jehovah's Witnesses, that's the exact same thing. They do that. Can I go down? Yeah, I can. They will absolutely know how many people they baptize and will compare that number to other missionaries to gauge relative success. That sounds horrific. High baptizing missionaries, like high selling salesmen, are celebrated and often promoted through the ranks of mission leadership. Low baptizing missionaries may or may not receive attention. Receive attention, but are most certain to question their value. Inspiration, spirituality, charisma, and worthiness based on their low numbers. That's depressing. Last two paragraphs. We're almost done. Actually, it probably should be wrapping this up too, but this is too interesting. And you know what? We need a topic for every video. At first, it was something, and then the second video had something, and then this one needs to have something too. Oh, the dolphins. We were talking about dolphins fucking, or no, fucking dolphins. That was a crazy. But yeah. Wait, hold on. What's going on here? The lush caves are so rare. They're like annoyingly rare. Wait, but let's get rid of some of this shit here. I don't need you. Da 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 da. Okay. Serving a mission is considered a spiritually rewarding experience by some. And then, like, I think they're probably fucking lying because I don't see anything rewarding about any of this. You can probably hear the music outside. I would apologize, but it's not really my house. I just rent here. These tend to be true believers who view their efforts and obedience in terms of godly sacrifice. In fairness, missionary work does build close and long-lasting relationships between missionaries and investigators. But for others, especially those serving out of obligation and true belief, are those aware of the church's doctrinal/historical inconsistencies, or those uncomfortable with giving up complete control over their lives, or introverts uneasy with the door-to-door nature of the work. Missions can be extremely difficult for these people. Yeah. Where am I? Sorry, I got distracted. Fucking reading this shit. Yeah, I knew they were fucking coming for my booty. Holy shit, they're coming for my butthole. Holy God. This next paragraph is fucking crazy. Wait, hold on. The first sentence, missionaries are counseled to quote unquote lose yourself and go to work. And this is exactly what many experience. A dehumanizing environment in which individuality and self-worth are subordinated to an obligation that neither understands them nor cares about their needs, struggles, or doubts. What an insanely worded sentence. Can I read that again? Missionaries are counseled to lose themselves and go to work. Oh, I thought there was another baby zombie. I almost fucking flipped my shit. And this is exactly what many experience. A dehumanizing environment in which individuality and self-worth are subordinated to an obligation that neither understands them nor cares about their needs, struggles, or doubts. Isn't that fucking insane? Holy shit. Holy sentence. For some, it means spending 12 hours a day trying to convince people to believe in things they themselves don't believe. For some, it means spending 12 hours a day. Oh, wait, no. For some, especially those within the LGBT community, it means officially representing an organization that does not respect, understand, or accept them. For some, it means dealing with leaders who dismiss clinical anxiety as a lack of spiritual zeal. For others, it means crippling loneliness, isolation, and depression combined with guilt for not feeling happiness at being in the Lord's service. We're almost done. I'm going to read these last few paragraphs. Sentences, sorry. These missionaries do indeed, quote unquote, lose themselves, and they feel that loss deeply. They're taught that they don't matter. They're taught that God doesn't need them, only their bodies and time. And to make it worse, they are taught to be grateful for the experience and talk about it like it was the best 2 years of their life. Holy shit. How long have we been reading that? For like a half hour? Holy God. Holy religious guilt. Can we just sit here and process that for a second? That tasted like dish soap. A little bit. I got a hint of it. Um, what in the shit? I relate to a lot of this, but then there's also stuff that's like so extreme that I cannot relate to it. My thing is that like the Jehovah's Witness religion isn't like this, but my parents were like this. My dad was like this, and it was the real ones know. I don't have time to go into it all, but I probably will if I have more time. And if we come across, if like this topic comes up again, but yeah, the whole like maybe I will go into it a tiny bit because I remember like he locked me in my room, not locked me, but especially because it was over quarantine. So not only were we locked in, but like even before that, like I wasn't allowed to have friends. Um, he was on the both of them, him and his wife, and his my stepmom, were on such a fucking power trip like the entire time because I like wanted to have friends that were not in the religion, and I wanted to like oh god, and I wanted to do stuff. I mean, like I was a little fucking asshole, but like fucking go away, go away, go away. Still, I don't know. They just stopped me from doing anything. Anything with people that I liked. Does that make sense? Because I'm also a giga introvert. I am an insane introvert. So like I would want to go out with my friends, but instead they would take me to like these fucking loud ass parties that I fucking hated, and then I would do nothing and I would just sit in the corner and like pretend not to do anything or not to talk to anyone. And yeah, I don't know. And it's like I think they just tried to force me to be friends with people that I didn't want to be, and then they got mad when I didn't want to be friends with them. It's just weird. And they would drag me to places that I didn't want to go to, and then like when I was home, they wouldn't let me have like I don't have a phone. I don't even have a laptop. I don't even have a fucking Game Boy. I had a 3DS that they took away because they caught me playing with it at night when I was supposed to be asleep, and so my stepmom went into my room while I was at school and took it from under my pillow like a fucking cunt. And all I did on that thing was play Pokemon. All I did was play Pokemon and Mario. I played Pokemon and Mario a gajillion times. Mario 3D Land and Pokemon XY, Pokemon like Generation 6, 7, and then. Fuck you. Generations 6 and 7, XY and Sun and Moon. And, you know, And you know what, bro? I'll admit it. I'll admit it. I was 15. I was like 15, maybe like 14 or 15. It was early days. I would be on that internet browser fucking watching insane porn. Oh, God, bro. Fucking. Why is this game like this? My fucking axe died too. Holy shit. But, yeah. And then I remember something happened and they freaked out. They crashed out because they found some stuff that like proved that I wasn't a kid, like a choir boy. And they took away like my guitar, which is my only form of self-expression, like at all. And then I literally couldn't do anything. I was reading like the same 5 books like over and over again, especially because it was over quarantine. But like I was never forced to go on missions like this, bro. That was like as bad as I had it. This is easily worse because that, bro, 2 years. My situation lasted maybe like 18 months because of quarantine, but after that, dude, I don't know, man. Like 2 years of being in a missionary like thing with like only one other person and then not having any contact with the outside world, I'd run away. Like I'd genuinely just run away. I'd be like, help me, help me, help me. Just knock on a door and be like, yo, save me from this bullshit. Okay. And then, okay, wait. So before we go, I'm trying to figure out what to do here, but I'm kind of distracted. So I'm also trying to, like, not to fucking. Okay, there's so many zombies. There are so many zombies. Wait. Bam. 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 There. Okay, so before we go, we're going to read some of these comments. So let's go back to the first post. This is the first post. Currently on a war missionary, I smuggled in a phone. And then, oh yeah, why do you have to be here? Men's a held yeah. Sounds like I need to leave the cult. Real. Who's going to pay his tuition at BYU? That's so real. Excellent. Let's read some of these. The comment was like, oh my, this is spectacular. Thank you. I didn't expect to write this much, but I've been working through these feelings for a long time. Yeah, I bet, bro. You just explained why I feel my mission was my main catalyst out. It wasn't mine, but it's been a lingering thought in the back of my mind. I remember so clearly telling everyone how great it was and trying so hard to believe my own words. It's nice to be able to admit how awful it was. I remember sitting in my car at one point and crying because I couldn't do it anymore. It's not a story I told everyone. That's so fucking real. Going out in service sucks. And we weren't even forced into it like this. Like, it was optional for us. Well, that wasn't optional for the kids like me, but it sucked. Going to someone's door and then being like, hi, have you heard of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? And they're like, no. And then it's like everybody meets. I think instead of this making me more religious, it made me less religious. And it actually made me want to study religion as a phenomenon. And maybe I can go into this another time too, but like why people are religious. It's over here. We're doing a podcast now. Why people are religious and like that whole rabbit hole. I actually took a psychology of religion class last year that I only paid attention for like the first half of the semester for. Great work, man. I would consider adding a paragraph about how missions are timed at a point of peak sexual and personality development in early adulthood. This serves to control sex for all active members by removing eligible cohort males, forcing females to date older men, as well as restricting access to sexual encounters through the companion concept, thus increasing the value of sex and limiting it within the church's moral framework of eternal families. Wow. Damn. So basically, that's crazy. Brainwashing increases the member retention as couples who have pressure to be married in the temple. Wait. Forcing females to date older men. Yo. So they purposefully make missions in their teens to separate young girls from young dudes so that the older men can fuck them? Because they're going through puberty and they're going to be horny as shit because they're teen girls? Is that what I'm fucking reading right now? What the? On top of that, LGBT missionaries. Where is it? Fuck. Intense sexual dysphoria due to cohabitation with their preferred gender. Limitless guilt over these sinful desires and fear from seeing statements from leadership like Boyd Packer advocating violence against LGBT mission companions is outlined in Little Factory speech and the pamphlet distributed to all teenage boys. So, very important point. It's something I had somewhat in mind when I started, but it was getting ludicrously long as it was. I feel I was my very first day in the field. I knocked an elderly woman's door, gave my pitch, and she looked at me and said, "Boy, you look like you're 14 years old. Why should I listen to a damn thing you have to say about life?" She laughed, but it hit home. 18-year-olds are idiots, my former self included. Why make your primary missionary force an army of barely adults? Because missions are as much about conditioning missionaries as they are about converting people. The church needs to be completely in control of the narrative when people get out of high school. It's the only way they can create the zealous cadre of future priesthood leaders that they can rely on. What better way to do that than putting every young male under the church's thumb and managing every single aspect of their life? It's 100% brainwashing. And yes, I think a big part of is about controlling / negating opportunities for sexual exploration. Controlling / negating opportunities. The key word is controlling. That is fucking crazy. Bro,
That is probably the craziest thing I've ever read. As far as I know, Jehovah's Witnesses never done that, but I have heard horror stories of elders sexually abusing some of the younger women, younger girls, younger women as in 18-year-olds. I haven't heard anything about like underage girls being molested, but I know like 18 to like in their early 20s, elders have taken advantage of them. I wouldn't be surprised if they've taken advantage of people younger. Anyways, but this is crazy. At least that is like yo. At least that's normal pedophilia. At least that's normal molestation. Like there's a difference between like closing the door and fondling and systematically separate like the entire foundation of your religion of being separating young women from young men so that you can take advantage of the like hormones of pubescent girls and like in the later stages of puberty, like I would assume it was, if it's right after high school, that's like 17 or 18, in some cases 16, and then it's like systematically separating them from the younger males so that older men can have sex with them or like to be in relationships with them. Like that is next level. That is next fucking level. This video wasn't as funny as I as I wanted it to be. Oh my god. What a bummer. Sorry. Sorry about that. See you guys in episode 4.